All right, hello again, everybody. Welcome back to another video. Hopefully you're not blocked off too much by my dog here. I'll try to stay in the camera frame. Sorry about that. I was supposed to upload a video yesterday. I've been consistent every Sunday after chemo. Honestly, yesterday I was just tired. I was sleeping all weekend after chemo. And then next thing you know, I'm laying in bed and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to record a video. But at that point, it's like 10 o'clock at night and I was out. So a little bit late, one day late, but I'm still here giving you guys an update. And it's round 10 that I just finished. So I'm excited about that, 10 of 12. As I said, the weekend, I was pretty tired and sleeping quite a bit from the chemo. It's just wearing me out. It's just, no nauseousness, not a ton of pain anywhere, just really tired. Hands and feet, still the same issue, the neuropathy and the tingling, which is annoying. Losing a little bit of more sense of taste when I try to eat. So those are the biggest things, but just really tired. So I just slept a lot. So here I am a day late giving you guys the update, and that's where I'm at. So round 10 is done. 2 more rounds left, and then hopefully I'm done with this forever. I do have the scan that I talked about, the extra scan, because I had a scan, I saw a spot on my liver, so they want to do an extra kind of CAT scan or some closer scan, MRI, yeah, that's what it is, to take a closer look at the liver spot, which the doctor says would be weird if it's something, but when you're going through this and you have a spot anywhere, you just freak out. So I am a little bit nervous about it, but I'm not going to worry about it too much until I get the results. Next scan is the 7th, and the results, I won't get them until the 14th. So I'll update you guys, but I'm just hoping and praying it's nothing. But in the meantime, round 10 is done, and I'm plugging along. So that's kind of where we're at. You can see my beautiful, lovely wife here next to me. I've incorporated them more and more in the videos because they're such a big part of the journey. And I think she actually has a few questions that either she's come up with or people have asked. And I'm going to try to do my best to answer these questions that she has for me. So that's a really quick update, though. What else in terms of an update? I think that's it. So we can kind of jump into the questions.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to ask Ephraim a couple of questions. We figured we'd kind of change this up a little bit. The updates are pretty similar going through the chemo days. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are tough days. He doesn't say that, but they're tough. They're really tough. But we're feeling better, so it feels good. I'm assuming a little bit better than those days. Yeah, he woke up last night in the middle, scared me. He's like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong? And he's like, I forgot the video. And so I think we just needed a little bit of time to recuperate.
Yes.
Just really tired, right?
That's
all
it,
right.
just tired.
Just very
sluggish.
tired and sluggish. And I think, the journey just seems a little bit long now.
That's it.
And it's just, I guess, just overwhelming sometimes, right?
Yeah, it just feels long.
Feels long. So, but we're doing good. All right, so I have a couple of questions for you, Fern, that people have asked, and just culmination questions. So the first one is, what has been the most challenging part of your journey so far?
It just feels long for me. I feel like right now, it's just long. Like I haven't felt normal in what feels like forever. Just want a normal day where I don't have tingling in my hands and feet, where I can taste my food, where I'm not tired, where I just don't have cancer, I guess is ultimately what it is. It just feels like it's so long. And I know it's just round 10 and 2 more rounds left. I get it. I know. I understand it. But man, it just feels like it's just so long. And I'm just tired of having cancer, basically. that's the hardest part right now. It's just like I just want a normal day that I can just go through the day without thinking about cancer, and that just makes it hard. So that's the hardest part right now. It just feels long for me, and I know I know some people have gone through much longer treatments, and respect to them, and it's just crazy. Every journey is different, but for me, this period since I've not felt well, dating back to last October to now, it just feels like an eternity. And I know it's just 7-8 months, but and again, I know some people have dealt with this way longer than I have. So kudos to them, and lots of love their way, because it's hard. But for me, it's just the length of time. And then every time I start feeling kind of like, okay, I'm starting to see potentially I feel okay, boom, then it's time for chemo again. So, you go through the rounds and it's like, all right, 5, 6, 7 days after chemo, it's like, okay, I can deal with this. And then boom, you got chemo again. So it's been every 10 days that I have to go back and do it all over again. So the minute you start feeling okay, boom, you get hit right back, and then you're right back to square one. And then the cumulative effect, I think, now that I'm around 10, after all of the chemo that I've had, I feel like it gets just a little bit tougher after every one. I get a little bit more tired, a little bit more sluggish, but I'm still just motivated by the fact that I know I'm almost done. So long-winded answer, but that's kind of where I'm at.
And then I'll add on my behalf, I think that's also the hardest part for me, is to watch him just not feel well. And what you wouldn't want to do to take that away from him, even if it's just a little bit. And so, watching your spouse or anybody you love go through that is mentally very emotionally exhausting. But at the same time, somehow we push through, we talk through, we shed some tears together. But that's definitely very difficult thing to do, but when we do it together, I think when we go, I don't know, this is my input, when we go through those really low valleys together, we rise up to the peak together, and it feels really good. We have to go through those moments. So, all right, next question. How has your perspective on life changed since your diagnosis?
Oh, man.
Or has it? Because you've always had a very positive outlook.
I think I try to always be positive, but the thing that just kind of, I've been fortunate where I've been still able to work and kind of be normal, which again, I don't even know what that is anymore, but I'm still working, I'm still doing all those things, but it just kind of makes me realize a lot, when I start thinking about it. I talked about how I was relatively healthy and really didn't go to the doctor much because I was always healthy. My dog's growling in the background, so just ignore him. But it just makes you think like how one doctor visit, one illness can literally change everything. And I started thinking, what if I wasn't able to work? What if I wasn't able to continue to support the family and, provide for the family like I'm accustomed to? And that just changes so many things, and everything can change so quickly. So, for my mind, I'm just, thinking through just life in general and how everything can change so quickly with one doctor's appointment, one diagnosis. So it just makes you appreciate the things that you've got that much more, which I think I always have, but until you go through this diagnosis and you realize how fragile life is, you just have to really enjoy every single moment because it really is fragile, and one instant can change everything. So just got to appreciate every moment you have and enjoy every moment. Like I said, I think I did that before, but it's really eye-opening to think what would happen if I wasn't able to be working during this process. It would be really much more difficult on the family than it already is. So just got to be prepared, I guess, and think about the present and think about the future at the same time, and just take care of yourselves. And if you haven't gotten any screenings, get your screenings, mammograms, colonoscopies, prostate exams, whatever preventative exams you can get them done, because you don't want it to escalate. So.
Yeah. And I'm going to add on to that. One of the things is, I think it's been tremendous help working. Hearing him during the day, talking, getting up, doing what he has to do, even traveling to some point. But I think something that we can share out there is, when the night comes in, it gets a little tougher because the mind settles down and you're not so busy and preoccupied with everything from not only work, but, the kids going here or there, or simple things of doing, some repairs around the house and we got to call someone or whatever it may be. But one tip definitely for anybody who's going through that is to, I think, really keep yourself busy up until you're really tired. And if possible, I know it doesn't always work out that way, but definitely so important, because if you have time to lie there in bed, or even after you're done after a long day, your mind just goes.
Yeah. Keeping busy definitely helps.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's do one more question. How do you navigate the emotional, mental, / mental ups and downs that come with your cancer treatment? The emotional and mental part of it.
The emotional and mental part of it. You mentioned a little bit of it. Work has been really good because it kind of keeps some sense of normalcy, and it just keeps me busy. And I've been able to work, which is good. I've actually traveled a little bit, which is good, and that has helped. The nights are rough because when my mind kind of shuts down from work and everything else, that's when it really starts sitting in. And we've had a lot of nights where I've just broken down and cried and start thinking about crazy things, and you've had to reel me back in. And whether it's sitting and saying some prayers, listening to some music, or even doing some trivia or whatever it is, just to kind of get me back on track. The nights are tough, and I've had a lot of people say, "Hey, you're doing great. You're amazing," and they just don't see the nights, right? They don't see how I am at night, and at night it's not. I don't do as great at night. The nights are always a challenge. So that's the mental and emotional part. The nights are just hard because I'm not distracted by work or stuff like that. Also, I've tried as best I can to try to keep things as normal as possible around the house. We recently went out to celebrate Sophia being done with her first year of college and had a good, successful year. I would go to basketball games that Isaac has at school, and just trying to do those normal things as much as I can was kind of part of the plan as well. But I guess during the day, just staying busy. During the nights, I don't handle it well, and I just need her to bring me back on track.
So for the spouses or anybody supporting someone, I know for me, my personal experiences, I kind of am planning, okay, what can we do after he's done with work and he eats? What can we do afterwards? Literally, mentally. Trivia, I know he loves trivia. So the other day I was massaging his feet because he had really bad pain in his feet. And he pulled up some trivia, and it was so great. We laughed. It just takes your mind. We laughed about my responses for the most part. I'm not a trivia person. Finding the thing that your spouse is interested in and really finding moments to bring those things in, to even take away a little bit of that deep thought process is really important. And sure enough, I like to report after the trivia, he was tired and he fell asleep. So definitely really find those things that can help, and plan. I'm a big planner, but I definitely think planning, especially during those chemo days, activities, meals that he likes, and really focusing only on him have been beneficial for sure. So we'll continue. We'll have more questions next time as well. We are 2 rounds away.
2 rounds.
And the next video, we will not only have 1 round to go, but we'll also have the results of his MRI. Please keep those prayers coming that all is good. And, Louie, just we appreciate everybody, and we're sorry we're a day late. We honestly completely forgot, but I think that's just because we were tired. But we're glad that we're able to come on here and share.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you all again. You guys are such a big part of this journey. So is this dog. But you guys are a big part of this journey. You guys are a big part of the journey, and have made it so much better for me as well. And even doing this is a little bit of therapy for me and helps me get through it as well. So thank you all for being part of the journey. 2 rounds to go. Hopefully good news on the scan, but even if it's not, we'll figure it out and get through it. Have full faith and trust in God that He is going to get me through it. And we're taking it un día a la vez, 1 day at a time. Thanks again to everybody. Again, you guys are all a big part of this journey. And we'll see you all soon in the next video. Thanks.